Workout started. GPS on. Study 1 hour and 7 minutes per kilometer. Go.
So good morning, everybody. I'm about 10 minutes in. Finally got my breathing under control.
Time 10 minutes. Average heart rate 145. Workout average pace 6 minutes 46 seconds per kilometer.
I can slow down a bit. I've set it to podcasting pace of 7 minutes. I'm at Lambert Park. Park of Pleasure. Close to the Mountain of Joy and the Forest of Fun. Today is a breezy, sunny morning, and my wife is in Vancouver with Anne, and Zarin, Endor and I are holding the fort.
Time 11 minutes. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 6 minutes 57 seconds per kilometer.
So it looks like we're in for a nice day today, even though it's going to cloud over a little bit this afternoon. I'm running with my sunglasses on because the sun is pretty low in the sky.
26 seconds ahead. Time 13 minutes. Average heart rate 143. Workout average pace 6 minutes 46 seconds per kilometer.
Well, that was the first lap done in 13 with the extra at the beginning. It's about 11 minutes a lap. I'm going to be putting music with this one. I have acquired some copyright-free music to add as I wish, but I'll do that when I get home. At the moment I'm just recording with my new Sony and my old phone. Talking of my old phone, I had a bit of a scare earlier on in the week. I couldn't get it to charge. The lightning port was stuffed full with fluff. Stuffed full of fluff, which is hardly surprising, seeing as I'm carrying it inside a sock around my neck. I guess the fluff has come off the sock and it's gone into the lightning port. So I took my phone to the repair guy, wondering if I would need to replace the port. But he, with his watchmaker's tweezers, picked out all the crap that was stuffed in there. And now it's working like a charm. I asked him about a plug to fill that gap. And he said that some of the phone cases have a little plug that covers the lightning port. But he didn't have that kind of case for my phone, so I came home thinking, well, what could I do to plug up the hole? And I seem to remember that Norma was saying that she had a dead lightning cord. So I snipped the end off the cord, the lightning plug end, made a loop, tape that together so I could easily fish the phone from its pouch by just picking into the pocket and pulling out the loop.
9 seconds ahead. Time 16 minutes. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 6 minutes 56 seconds per kilometer.
The other thing that I noticed is that having this loop of wire attached to my phone, it's about the size of my thumb as a loop, which makes it protrude just a little bit out of the bag. But it also acts as some kind of antenna. I've been getting better Bluetooth reception since I started using this plug, mainly to stop the dirt from getting in, but secondarily as a way of fishing it out of my pouch quickly. I do have my good camera with me today, so I will try.
Average heart rate 135. Workout average pace 6 minutes 57 seconds per kilometer.
I will try and take a few unique photos from Lambrick Park, but it's getting harder every day to get a unique photograph here, because I have run this route many times, as you know, probably at least 30 times since the COVID shutdown. So I have my good camera. I know I'm going to take a picture of the catalpa trees once again. There's a beautiful photograph posted of a catalpa, a bloom in fluorescence.
Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 7 minutes per kilometer.
7 minutes per kilometer. That is the pace that I'm aiming for. And with a few little walk breaks, I'm pretty sure I can maintain that. So I'm running past the house with the bicycle and the horse riding the bicycle. Getting to the little ramp behind the big diamond. Approaching the back of the tennis courts. So my e-bike is still not out of the shop.
13 seconds ahead. Time 19 minutes. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 6 minutes 55 seconds per kilometer.
The guy, Jamie, told me that he had spent a long time trying to get it to work, but he has had to order a part from Calgary, I believe. That's where it's being shipped from. But he was getting a little bit, let's say tesky with me. He was trying his best to get it ready, and he told me in no uncertain terms that as soon as it was ready, he would phone me, because it is blocking up his workshop. As I take a picture of the catalpa in fluorescences, a wasp just flew into one of them. The wind is blowing a little bit, so I might get some blurring. There's a picture of the back of the tennis courts. The last lap I did, there were 2 people playing tennis here. They have now packed up and gone home. But that's okay, they can do that. It is around 7:45 now, real time. A lot of the catalpa alley up. So 20 minutes. A lot of the catalpa has already dropped. It's about week 2 of the flowering. I will pause when I hit the asphalt down the middle and continue my run in silence until later. Hello. Time for a little walk. Pretty sure I'm ahead of my pace.
18 seconds ahead. Time 22 minutes. Average heart rate 143. Workout average pace 6 minutes 54 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, 135 would be a good pace. Good heart rate for me. Hi.
Morning.
As I get to see the glorious profile of the Mountain of Joy, I will take another photograph through the trees. Hang on a second. Yep, that's good. And another one for good measure. I think I'm up to about 4 or 5 now. 4 or 5 photographs. As I put the camera away, remembering to pick up my voice recorder. So I've earned myself a little bit of a walk here. Pretty sure I'm still ahead of the game.
23 seconds ahead. Time 24 minutes. Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 6 minutes 53 seconds per kilometer.
So I got 6 more minutes in this direction, which should get me almost to the alley-up corner. Not quite sure. Pretty much always do this route, starting with the clockwise and ending with the anti-clockwise. Alright, I'm off again. Probably back to 7-minute pace by now. The longer the workout, the longer it takes for the averages to change.
9 seconds ahead. Time 25 minutes. Average heart rate 143. Workout average pace 6 minutes 57 seconds per kilometer.
Still running well in shorts and a short sleeve cotton t-shirt. I will take a selfie today at one stage, probably at the halfway mark when I turn to do my anti-clockwise laps. I heard Jim's, I was just thinking, show, where he was mentioning how he's going to keep his shows to one topic basically, and a fair bit shorter. I'm not sure whether his
17 seconds ahead. Time 26 minutes. Average heart rate 143. Workout average pace 6 minutes 55 seconds per kilometer.
the Run Talk Run episodes will probably still be open-ended on the timing scale, but I'm pretty sure that Jim wants to record a little more often than once every 2 weeks. I think we'll probably hear from him about once a week, maybe twice a week, which would be nice. Something to listen to on our runs. Most of us have figured out how to work an offline playlist. most of the podcatching apps allow you to do that.
6 seconds ahead. Time 27 minutes. Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 6 minutes 58 seconds per kilometer.
So I'm at the back of the scout hole, heading for the midget diamond. The nice thing about running the same route is that I can fill you in on some of the color commentary because the route is so familiar. I can extrapolate and let my mind wander a little bit. Kind of like when Nigel used to record at the canal. Always at the canal. Always interesting, always the same route.
4 seconds behind.
All right.
Time 28 minutes. Average heart rate 138. Workout average pace 7 minutes 1 second per kilometer.
I've slipped a little bit behind the pace now, which is fine. I can recover this little minor setback. I'll pause the recording for another little while around about the next announcement. So once again, under the catalpa trees, heading towards the alley-oop corner and the halfway mark on this run. Alley-oop.
Time 30 minutes. Average heart rate 143. Workout average pace 6 minutes 55 seconds per kilometer. Halfway to your goal.
There you go, halfway to my goal. As I head back in the other direction now. So I've taken all the pictures I need to take now. Now I have 2.5 laps in this direction. I'm up to 18 minutes of recording time. So I'm just about halfway through my recording as well, which is handy. It won't take me all the way home unless I pause it in between now and then, which I probably will. Coming up to the ramp.
Time 31 minutes. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 6 minutes 53 seconds per kilometer.
I'll walk a little bit now. My heart rate is in the 140 zone. Little fluffy dog. Nice fluffy dog you got there.
Pardon?
A nice fluffy dog.
Yeah, he's, the rest of his body would be as fluffy as that if I hadn't shaved him.
I thought he'd been groomed.
Yeah, his wool is 5 to 8 times warmer than sheep's wool.
Wow.
He's the Legotto Gominolo.
Is that Italian?
He is, yeah, the Italian water dog.
Autopilot.
The truffle hunter now.
Okay, good for him. I think he's found a truffle.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just taken a leak.
He just likes smelling and peeing on everything.
Bye-bye. So a water dog, an Italian
Workout resumed.
water dog. If I see him again, I will take his picture. That guy was tall. Young man with a goatee running directly into the sun. Fortunately, there is no wind in this direction.
22 seconds ahead. Time 32 minutes. Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 6 minutes 55 seconds per kilometer.
There you go. People are moving aside for me, which is nice. Thank you. I have moved for him a few times. Now he's moving for me. a crow on the concession stand. I think it's time for another photograph. This one's going to be kind of unique because it's going to be through the midget baseball fence and their dugout. That crow is still crowing its disapproval on me. There he is. I can zoom in on him at my leisure. They're very territorial crows.
Workout resumed.
So I've now got the wind behind me again, running past the leaning trees. The leaning trees of Lambrick Park. Hi. I'll take a little walk break. I'm still ahead a fair bit. Let me just check on my recording. 21.
41 seconds ahead. Time 35 minutes. Average heart rate 144. Workout average pace 6 minutes 52 seconds per kilometer.
I think the best pace that I did here once was 6:45, but that was on a day that I wasn't recording a show. Today's a little bit easier for me to keep cool because I am running in shorts. Hi. He was about to give way to me, but I diverted my route across the grass, which is now dry. They do have sprinklers here. So around 6 o'clock, the grass is quite wet, but by now it's been almost 2 hours since they switched off.
Time 36 minutes. Average heart rate 138. Workout average pace 6 minutes 53 seconds per kilometer.
So I have 24 minutes of moving time still to do. I've done 36 minutes. This hour will give me exactly 10 hours of aerobic training this week. That's basically what I'm calling it nowadays. Aerobic training. Anything in triple digits is aerobic training in my book, be it walking, hiking, running, e-biking, for whenever I do get my e-bike back. Mind you, now that Norma's away, she told me I could use her e-bike, which is identical to mine. I just have to...
4 seconds ahead. Time 37 minutes. Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 6 minutes 54 seconds per kilometer.
I just have to remember to put the panniers on her back frame when I go shopping. It's not sure yet how long she's going to be away. She has to be back on the 22nd pretty much, because on the 23rd or the 24th, I think the 24th, we're driving up to Courtney to work with Murray and his family on their summer holiday. It's going to be interesting to see how a spa resort deals with the COVID. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using their fitness room a little bit more than last year. In fact, I don't think I used it at all last year. We either went out for a daily run
34 seconds ahead.
or a daily walk.
Time 38 minutes. Average heart rate 128. Workout average pace 6 minutes 54 seconds per kilometer.
So I've got a cushion of 6 seconds at the moment per kilometer. I'm not really interested in how many kilometers I run today. It will be close to 9 by the time I'm done. Pretty sure 7 nines, 6 nines, a 54, 7 nines, a 63, so 60, it'll be less than 9. As I approach the tennis courts for the 4th time. There's now 2 men playing tennis. I see a runner coming along. I'll let her get through the narrow part of this run. Hello. There she goes. With the sweat dripping off her nose.
Average heart rate 141. Workout average pace 6 minutes 54 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
So 40 minutes done. Back to the alley-oop corner. And the catalpa trees. One more photograph for the website. The long shot.
Autopause.
I'm sure one of those pictures will be a winner.
Workout resumed.
As I pick up the pace again. Just before I left, I noticed that Bruce had recorded and posted a new episode on Apple Music or whatever it's called now. Podcast. The Apple Podcast app. I'm still ahead.
Average heart rate 132. Workout average pace 6 minutes 53 seconds per kilometer.
As I get to where I saw the Italian water dog peeing in the bushes and the ramp, the little ramp. I can let this slip a little bit here, because from here on there's just one more hill on the last lap, and then I finish off in style. All right, I'm off again into the wind this time. The sun is beginning to slip behind some
33 seconds ahead.
slightly ominous,
Average heart rate 115. Workout average pace 6 minutes 54 seconds per kilometer.
some slightly ominous clouds. And that's okay, as I negotiate a couple of men with big fluffy dogs. Hello again. Hi. Looks like it's clouding over a bit.
It's starting to, isn't it?
Yeah, what a shame. Well, that was predicted for this afternoon. Hello. And the record time of 29 minutes, so I've got about 7 minutes to go. So it won't be a complete lap. I can pause it on this next stretch because I'll be into the wind. Round about here. So Louis, the wood guy from Quebec, is going to come on Tuesday to prune my huge Gary oak tree. Some of the branches are hanging low enough so that I can grab them from the ground. It is a bit of a concern. This has been a windy season, and I really don't want that tree to come down on anybody's property. I've already had experience with trees toppling in the wind. Could be quite expensive. The last one.
3 seconds ahead. Time 46 minutes. Average heart rate 142. Workout average pace 6 minutes 56 seconds per kilometer.
The last tree that came down, I believe my neighbor's home insurance paid for that, which is great, because we thought we would have to pay with our insurance. Hello. The only snag about having a big tree, it does overhang some other people's properties. So I'm not sure if the pruning that we do on our side will disturb the balance of the tree. But basically the rule is nothing bigger than my upper arm should be cut. Hello.
41 seconds ahead. Time 47 minutes. Average heart rate 133. Workout average pace 6 minutes 54 seconds per kilometer.
So I now have a complete lap, plus the opening gambit to do. So another 14 or so minutes and I'm done. So I shall pause a little bit longer now with 32 minutes on the clock. So I have about 4 minutes to go now. Should take me to my street, if not even to my backyard. I have a couple of minutes to get to Kenmore and then a couple of minutes to get home. Hi. Everybody I meet now has this resigned look on their faces. It's like the look of somebody who has almost finished some horrible ordeal. We've all got through it.
145 seconds ahead. Time 57 minutes. Average heart rate 147. Workout average pace 6 minutes 47 seconds per kilometer.
Okay, so 3 minutes to go. As I approach Kenmore. As I cross Kenmore. This will be 2 minutes to go.
1 minute 46 seconds ahead. Time 58 minutes. Average heart rate 143. Workout average pace 6 minutes 48 seconds per kilometer.
6:48. There you go, 2 minutes to go. Heart rate has been hovering in the 135 to 145 zone Probably a zone 4 really, and truly. So by my street, there'll be 1 minute to go. And I will say goodbye to you as I turn onto my street and let Samantha have the last word.
1 minute 39 seconds ahead. Time 59 minutes. Average heart rate 142. Workout average pace 6 minutes 48 seconds per kilometer.
So this is the running jackal, finishing off 1 hour of aerobic training at Lambrick Park. Until Wednesday. I'm home.
Workout finished. Time 1 hour. Average heart rate 91. Workout average pace 6 minutes 48 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
There you go.